Hi guys, welcome back if you're new here. My name's Maddie. If you have watched past videos, make sure that you're subscribed so you don't miss any future videos. I want to preface this video specifically by saying I'm not pregnant. We do not have a baby on the way yet, but I feel like this is such a cute and fun trend to share baby names that you love. I feel like mine are not as unique as some of the other lists that I see, and this is such a trend on social media right now, but mine are pretty, for the most part, are pretty, I feel like, normal names. But hopefully you can get, I mean, you'll see a trend with what names I tend to like be drawn more towards or tend to not. Some names on this list are names that I could still see myself probably using at some point. And some of them are like absolute no's, whether, you know, it's because we have friends, like close friends that have, you know, a baby named this or a child named this, or it's just not something that we would personally use for us, or also if it's a situation where it doesn't work with our last name, which our last name's Braun, which is such a masculine, strong name. But there, you'll understand whenever I start to like talk through some of the names. There's just some that just don't kind of mesh well. I will say, and I will preface this, I am not saying probably our top few names for both girls and boys. And the reason for that is that I kind of want to gatekeep those. I'm not gonna lie. But they're not anything crazy. They're not anything like out there, wild, like names that you wouldn't think of. I don't know, like they're pretty common, just classic beautiful names. I figured I would start off with girl names. Girl names for me, maybe it's because I'm a girl, but I like, and I tend to have a lot more girl names than boy names, which from a lot of my friends, I feel like is actually the opposite. I feel like most girls that I've talked to have more boy names than they do girl. I'm just gonna kind of rapid fire these because otherwise I feel like this video will be a million years long, but you'll kind of see a trend. I tend to gravitate more towards short names. We have, our pups' names are Bowie and Cash. Bowie's, I guess, is a little bit longer, but like we love like 4-letter names or 5-letter names. We don't tend to go for the like longer kind of version names. That's not to say that I don't love them. They're just not for me. There's definitely, I could honestly probably do a part 2. These are just like a list that I have on my phone that I've just added to since I was probably in middle school. So I figured I would just rapid fire these. So I love the name Zoe, Z-O-E-Y. I just think it's just such a, it's a feminine name, but it could be a little bit more like tomboy. It's just a solid girl name. Addison, so obviously my name's Madison, and I loved my name growing up. I still love my name, but I go by Maddie. And so I thought Addie would be cute, but it's just way too close to my name. And actually one of my best friends just named her daughter Addison. So it doesn't work for multiple reasons, but I love the name Addison. Bria, I love the name Bria, and Bria Braun just like sounds, it just kind of flows and sounds so good together. This was probably one of my top names for a while, but the more that I like think of it, the more I like say it out loud, I don't know if it's for us, but I do love the name. Gemma, I think Gemma is so cute. I just feel like it's, I don't know, just a strong girl name, but with a G, so G-E-M-M-A, because I know sometimes people will spell it with a J. Aurora, I love the name. It's way too like classic and proper for me, but I love the name Aurora. I think it's so like precious. And kind of to piggyback off that one, Charlotte. I love the name Charlotte, color Char or Lottie. I think both of those are so cute, but I think it's just too long of a name for me. And Charlotte Braun, I just feel like it doesn't mesh super well together, but I love the name Charlotte. Taya, so Bree Shepherd, if you follow her, she has a daughter and her name's Taya. I never heard of the name before, like prior to her announcing like Taya's birth, but I just think it's so cute. It's that very short, feminine, girly name. Now on to the next. So Lily, I love the name Lily, but it's spelled Lillie versus Y. I think it just makes it like even more feminine and sweet, something a little bit different. And I don't know, I just think it's beautiful. I also love the name Molly, which I feel like is not necessarily a like super unique name, but I just love, it's short, it's sweet, and I like it. Specifically spelled Molli. I think that's just so beautiful. Sky, I have honestly probably always loved the name Sky. It hasn't always been on my list, but it's been something that I like when I hear it, I'm like, ooh, that's really pretty. But I specifically like it for a girl. I've met a few guys that are named Sky, but I specifically like it like for a girl. I just think it's so cute and sweet. Capri was like one of my first names that I had on my list whenever I was in like middle school. I just thought it was so beautiful. Once again, 4 letters, very short, very sweet, and also like very feminine in my opinion. But the more that I don't know, the more that I like hear it and the more I say it, I think Capri just sounds, I don't know, it just doesn't fit. It's not a name that I'm like, ooh, I love that name and I would use it for like our daughter someday. Also, I'm pretty sure I was originally thinking of it because Capri Italy, but I'm pretty sure you pronounce Capri Italy Capri. So that also just like doesn't really make sense. So we're skipping on that one, but I think it's beautiful. I think it's so pretty. Savannah, I think Savannah is beautiful. Too long for me. I think that's also a homage to Savannah, Georgia, which Ben and I love. So I feel like that's one name that I would love to use, but it just, with our last name, with the length of it, I just don't think it flows well. This name we could quite possibly be using, but it's grown so much in popularity. We've had it picked out for years and it's grown so much in popularity that I don't know if I would use it now, but it's June. We love the name June. I think it's so beautiful, short name, but very feminine and sweet. I don't know, I don't mind a trendy name, but it's not like a classic trendy name, and well, I guess technically it is. But I don't know, I just don't love the fact that it's so trendy right now. So for that reason, I don't know if I would use it, but it's still like high on my list. I would still definitely consider using it. This next one is a little out there, but it's Dove. I think Dove is so beautiful. It's like such a, could be like a little girl name, but then also could be an older person name. It's the middle years that I'm like, oh, does Dove like make sense? Is that like something she's gonna wanna be called Dove? I don't know. For that reason, I kind of nixed it. All right, sorry guys, my camera was just about to die, so I had to change the battery really quick, but I'm right back to it. Another girl name that I love is JC. I follow JC Marie Smith, if any of you guys are Valley girls, fellow Valley girls. I followed her for, oh goodness, probably over 10 years for sure, because she was a photographer prior to being an influencer, and I love her name, especially how she spells it, Jacie. I think that's so cute. Once again, just really short, like cute girl name. I love that. I think it's so pretty. I don't know, I feel like JC would be a name that I could see us using, but I doubt that we would. This one's a little bit out there too, but it's Meadow. I think Meadow's so pretty. I think it's so beautiful. A little too long of a name, I think, for me, but I think it's really pretty. Another name that's kind of out there, well, I don't know if it would be like considered out there, but it's Winter. I think Winter for a girl is so pretty. This one is a little bit maybe more, I don't know if you would consider that like a more masculine girl name. But like in my head, I consider that more of like a masculine girl name. but calling her like Winnie or Win, I think is so cute. And that like kind of feminizes it a little bit. For me, that one, I don't know, I would consider probably using that one. I think it's so cute, but then a part of me is like, okay, if you wouldn't really call her Winter, I don't know. Like maybe I would just call her Win or like call her Winnie. But I think Winnie is too, I don't know that I would name her Winnie. I don't know. I honestly think it's all cute. Maybe, who knows? You never know. Love the name Isla, love the name May. I love specifically that Isla means island. And if you know me, you know I love everything coastal. So immediately when I heard the name Isla, like honestly, probably, I don't know, 15 years ago, it's been a long time, but I loved that name. It was like one of the top of my list, and I think it's just so beautiful. And then May, I think May, M-A-E though, not M-A-Y. I don't know, I just think it's so classic. And I do like names that are like Quincy May. Like, I know that's a kid's brand, but Quincy May, like I think that's cute, but just too long. Then this one I love, but Ben, I don't think Ben does. So this is probably not one that would be like usable for us, but it's Brighton. B-R-I-G-H-T-E-N. I don't know what it is about this name. I love that it means light. But I don't know, Brighton Braun for a girl, I just think is so cute. I don't know why. It is a longer name than what I typically like, but I don't know. There's something about that name that if we both agreed on it, it would probably be one of my top names. I just think it's so pretty. Probably out there for some people, but I like it. I think Whitney's super cute. I don't know. Once again, a little bit longer, but I love it. Sadie, I think is so pretty. A shorter name and is just very feminine and sweet. I also love Sunday. I think Sunday is so cute, like just the typical spelling of Sunday. I think there's something so like sweet. It reminds me of summer. It reminds me of like, I don't know, just a really solid day of the week. And so for me, I resonate positively with it. So I'm like, I think that would be a really cute name, but I don't think we'd ever use it. And then Leah and Becca. I think both of those names are really, really cute. B-E-C-C-A for Becca, and then Leah, just the normal spelling. But I just think both of those names are really solid, beautiful names. Becca was on my list for a while because Becca Braun just sounds, it just kind of flows together. That's a good list of names that I love that I either have nixed or honestly some that I could possibly use for girls. So now let's go on to boys. I have a shorter list for boys. I feel like the boy names that I like are boy names that we've had on our list for a long time. Honestly, we could probably use almost any of these for a boy. I'm not sharing my top 3, but these are all strong names that we could probably use. Almost any of them. So the first is Maddox. Ben does not like this one. And the second one to go with that is Madden. He doesn't like that one either. He just thinks of John Madden. I'm pretty sure that's his name, the guy, the football guy, and thinks of Madden football. So that one is next. But I just think Madden's so cute. And I think both would be kind of a homage to me, which I think it would be special, but also very different names. So would have the M-A-D-D. Like my name does, or my nickname does. So I like both of those, but both of those have been nixed. So third one has also been nixed, but I think it's so beautiful. It's like strong, but it's also soft and sweet, and that's River. I love the name River. I think it's so cute, but Ben does not like it, and for that reason, it is next. We would not use this next name because it's so close to Cash, but I love the name Nash. I think it's, once again, 4 letters, strong, but still, you know, has like a sweet undertone. And I think it's just, I think it would be a solid name, but it's just too close to Cash. So we've nixed that one. This name has been on our list for a really long time. And honestly, it's probably still like high up on our list, but I don't know, there's something about it that I don't feel like we would use it for a son, but it's Dax. I think Dax is just a strong name. I think it's very like short, which I love, but it's also just strong, and I don't hear a lot of Daxes. This next one was on our list for a really long time, but we have had so many friends, and just honestly, I see it all the time now, but it's Brooks. I think Brooks is so sweet. Also a B name, which obviously I love. Brooks Braun just sounds so cute, but that one's next for us. This name has been on my list since like middle school, and used to be one of Ben and I's top names, but I think it's just too popular now, and it's Beckham. I think Beckham's just cute. It's just, I don't know that we would use it now, and also it's like that longer name, but I think it's still like a really strong name. Hank is the next one. Hank has actually been on our boy dog list for, I mean, since before we got Cash. So like over 5 years ago. I just think it's such a strong name. It's short, it's to the point, but it's, I don't know, Hank Braun. I don't know if if that really flows, but I still love it. And I think it's such a strong name. The next two are kind of out there, but I think I mainly like them because, well, specifically this next one I like because it's a B name, but I don't think I would ever name my son this. And it's Brenner, B-R-E-N-N-E-R. I don't know, it's just different. I had heard it. I think I had either seen it on a names list or I had heard it from social media or something, and I just thought it was a cute name. Brenner Braun just sounds like the BR from both names just sounds, I don't know, it sounds unique and different to me, and I like that it flows so much, but I don't know that I love it enough to be like, let's name our son that. And then the next one is Brighton, but B-R-I-G-H-T-O-N versus the E-N for a girl. This, I don't know, I think this one may be too out there for Ben, and I don't know that this would be one that we'd ever use, but Brighton Braun for a boy or Brighton Braun for a girl. I don't know, I just think they're both cute. This was my #1 name in middle school, probably high school, going into college, and then because of the popularity, it's kind of turned me off a little bit more to it, but it's Roman. We would probably just name him now. Like if I were to look at this, I would probably just name him Rome versus Roman. Love the name, and I like that it's the 4, letters, but I don't know, it might be a little bit too popular for me, but it's been on my list for forever, and Ben loved the name too. This next one, I mean, I don't know if you would say it's a little bit out there, but it's a little bit out there for me, but it's Shepherd. I think Shep, like specifically calling him Shep, would be so cute. It kind of sounds like a dog name to me, which is why I'm like, oh, I don't know if I would name. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, my brother-in-law, so Ben's brother, had a dog named Sheppy growing up, so we probably wouldn't use that. And then the very last one, this was on my list for a while, but with our last name, I don't think it goes, and that's Denver. I think Denver is such a cute name. If you can't tell, I do like city names. I don't know, I like whenever we travel to places, I like to take things like home with us for our home or for our kids, like our future kids, or whatever that looks like. But I think Denver Braun sounds a little bit like Denver Broncos, and that's why that one has been next. But I still love it. I still think it's a really strong, like, cool name. That is all the names that I had on my list of nixed names, or names that we could possibly use but aren't like on the top of our list. And I don't know, there's still some names on there that I could probably see us using, but I just thought this was such a fun trend, and I'm always so curious and wanting to know what everybody's lists look like, even if they don't tell me their like top names. Just giving me the general idea of like their style of names, I think is just really sweet. I don't know, it's fun to be able to be like, ooh, I could see them naming, a little girl so-and-so, or I don't know, I just think it's fun and unique. And especially for girls, I feel like all of us have had names on our phone for forever of different names that we've loved, or like names that we loved and then we nixed or didn't like, or became too popular or whatever. And I don't know, I think this will be fun to look back on too, for Ben and I to be like, oh, that was not, what were we doing with that one? Or to like look back on and be like, wait, actually that one could be a contender. So I don't know, but all that to say, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was enjoyable. I hope this was something different. This is definitely different content than what I posted before. Just kind of a sit down like video with me. So if you guys like this kind of content, let me know, because I thought this was fun. And maybe I will compile another list of names that I love, that we would maybe use or not use, and do a part 2 of this. So let me know if you guys liked it. Make sure that you are subscribed if you are not already, and be on the lookout for future videos. Bye guys.